Selling a high-end luxury product online takes a completely opposite mindset than selling a normal commodity. What I want to do in this video is switch up your mindset from all that crap marketing you've been exposed to your whole life and switch it into something that allows you to sell a high-end piece of art, an antique, an heirloom for the most amount of money as you possibly can get for it. What's been going on your whole life is you've been exposed to Facebook and the internet and TV, the radio, the supermarket, and all these marketers are trying to sell a commodity to a mass crowd of people. But however, when you're selling art, you're selling to the top 1%, and it's all completely different. You don't want to be using discounts, coupons, 2-for-1 deals. All that is for the other stuff in the world being sold. What you really want to do is be continuously trying to push your prices to get the most amount of money as you can, and this is what your customer wants. If I want to get anything through your mind today, and it's that your customer really wants to pay more money. They really do. And you're not being selfish and greedy by charging more. You're actually doing your customer a service. You're not in the pharmaceutical industry where you got to make a moral decision if raising prices is going to kill more people or whatever. That's not us. That's not you. Your job is to make your customer happy, and paying more money is exactly what they want to do. They want to own a piece of art that they look at and go, man, I had to pay a lot of money for that, and it's super special to me now. Like the amount of money someone pays for it is the amount of enjoyment they're going to get out of it. I mean, the other day I was watching this Martha Stewart documentary, or this movie about her, and in that movie, she's sitting there, and it gave me such a good lesson on this. She's sitting there back when she was first starting to sell pies at the craft show or whatever, and she made these homemade pies, and at first, she had $2.50 on that pie. And she's sitting there, and all the people are walking past her, and she can't, she's sitting there thinking of why this aren't selling, and what she does, she doesn't go 2-for-1. She doesn't discount them even further, like your knee-jerk reaction of most 90% of the people would be. Think, oh, I'm a piece of shit. I can't, I'm not as good as the other people. No, all she did was raise her price to $10. Suddenly, the people walking by, a few people start buying, and then she takes her stack of inventory and hides it and has 2 pies left. Suddenly, now she thinks a little bit more. She charges $20 per pie, and people are buying them even faster. And she keeps taking her hidden inventory and putting it on her table, and they keep selling faster. And that's when I saw the epiphany in Martha, and that's the epiphany I want to give you today, is to really understand you're doing good in the world by charging more. As long as you're passionate about your craft, you're continuously striving to do better and better and better, you should be raising your prices each time as well. And you're just, your customers will be happier, you'll be happier, you'll make more money, and everything is good in the world by doing this. Personally for me, my story when I figured this out the hard way was I have a record player business, and I was selling record players online for $800, and I was convinced there's no way I could sell them for more. I couldn't see the blue ocean of money above my head, and I had all these negative feelings about charging more, like, people are going to be mad at me if I charge more. I'm going to be screwing people over. No, they want to pay more. And what happened was this couple came in, they wanted to look at this $800 record player, and I showed it to them, and on the other side of my house I had a record player that I was working on that I hadn't posted it yet to my Instagram, and I didn't really want to sell it yet. So they came in, they saw that one, and they looked over and they saw the other one, and they're like, wow, what about that one? And I was like, sorry, that one's not for sale. And I made it a little exclusive, and they're like, oh, well, why not? Can we look at it? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I was like, this one's got better amplifier, this one's got better speakers, it sounds so much better, but it's not for sale, I'm sorry. And little did I know, I was creating the necessary ingredients to sell it for way more money. And then they finally asked, well, how much do you want for it? And I was like, $3,500, thinking they're just gonna laugh at me and call me an idiot and and tell everybody how a price gouging fool I am. And they were like, all right, we'll take it. And I was like, oh shit, really? In my mind, I'm freaking out, like, oh crap, really? And like, yeah, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess, if you want to make the deal, we can do that. So then we did it, and then my mind, I went home and I thought about it, and I was like, man, what I did was I made it more exclusive. I baited them in with the cheaper one and then upsold them a more expensive one, and I told them it wasn't for sale, and they felt more special, and then they paid more money and they felt even more special. And nobody got screwed over, and I feel no guilt about that. I made more money, they're happier, everything's good. So that was kind of my epiphany, just like Martha, in giving the customer really what they want, and knowing what kind of audience you're selling to, and knowing that that's what they really want too. And so to recap, just know your customer and get rid of I'm going to talk about more in this series about getting rid of that mindset of the traditional marketers have put in your head, and how to really sell to this special type of audience that nobody really ever talks about. So thanks for watching, and I hope you got a lot out of this video. Thank you.